that I once learned the name of in school, like the type of rock, but I forget. I'm eating some raspberries that I took from Whole Foods and just watching. I love people watching. And it's a pretty nice day out, so there's a lot of people here. Right now I feel pretty peaceful. It's nice to be outside. Whenever spring hits and it starts getting warmer, I feel like I'm thawing out from the winter. But this past winter wasn't too cold where I am. It's interesting that you think of the color blue when you see my posts. To me, blue signifies childhood, and so it carries with it a sense of innocence, um, simplicity, tranquility. But there's also the unavoidable connotation of sadness, melancholy, the blues. Um, and so together those things create a sense of longing, longing for childhood, simpler times, the golden age, like
Kids book
that
has
Novalis
blue
quote
eyes,
about homesickness.
and bright
I
blue,
think that's how you pronounce his name.
bright yellow sun.
To me, blue signifies longing. Then I would say, but a peaceful longing, where you don't have what it is that you want, obviously, but it's there. It's got its there. Honestly, I don't know if we have time left. I guess I don't think about time in that way. Maybe I'm afraid to think about it in that way. But I generally think of time as something that we are to overcome. And so in that sense, there's always too much time from our perspective. Um, but I don't think that humanity doesn't have it in it to destroy the world, if that's what you're asking. Lingering, I think, it characterizes our mode of existence. It is something fleeting, beautiful, pleasant, sometimes bad smelling. If drops of perfume could think, they'd probably think that they were at the end of the world after they got sprayed out of the perfume bottle. And in that way, I think we exist in the world. A book I read recently that I enjoyed was A Tomb for Anatole by Stefan Mallarmé. It's a collection of notes that were intended for a larger work, meditating on the death of his son. His son died due to genetically inherited illness, and so the would-be poem deals heavily with the guilt that the poet felt at passing the illness on. And they were left incomplete just because he couldn't bring himself to complete them. What I like about them, though, is that, in a manner similar to the works of Sappho and what Anne Carson calls the papyrological event, or the fragmentation of the poems throughout history, the notes, in being left discarded, I'd say, inadvertently create a very interesting and very private language. And as in Sappho, singular words carry as much much poetic weight as entire lines of verse would, and all in a way that's distinctly modern. Regarding a return to metaphysics, I don't think metaphysics is something that can be left, though it's something that necessitates always renewing forms, and so it can surely find itself in lower or higher periods of production. Simone Weil has that line about sins being attempts to fill voids, and I don't think metaphysics is any different, functionally. Meaning that, in itself, it's an attempt to fill something or return to an Eden.